Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming. I'm bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out My Child Lebensborn. This game was developed and published by East to West Games and releases on June 1st, 2021. I'm afraid we don't quite have a price yet for the game, but I did want to kind of talk about the game, give you our opinions, and let you know, make a judgment for yourself there. So what is My Child Lebensborn? This is a game where at the beginning of the game, you choose to either take in an orphaned kid, either a boy or a girl, Klaus or Karen, and then you are pretty much in a wartime Nazi era during, World War. I want to say it's World War II. Apologies for me not quite having the history for this as well enough as I'd want. But you're going to be going through the lives of a German soldier's orphaned child and how he's not in Germany and how the hardships of somebody who, just because of their nationality and where they were born and who their parents are, they're not fonded or, found very fond of by those people in the town and the school kids. And, he's going to get bullied. You're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to work. Try to help give him a lifestyle that really helps him be happy, but, also fight the struggles at the same time and watch him make friends, lose friends, become happy, become devastated. It's really a heart-wrenching game that tests, real life emotions. You really start to get to feel like you're connected to this young boy who just doesn't have, or girl, sorry, young boy or girl who just doesn't fit in anywhere and has to really figure out how to navigate bullies and, people just judging him by like a book by its cover, in a way. And you get to do this narrative clicking story where it's just trying to figure out the best way to, you know, make him have an enjoyable life. And, at the same time, you also get to educate yourself on, just the hardships of what has really happened to a lot of kids growing up, not only during this time period, but, some that may be experiencing things like this nowadays. Gameplay wise, this game is extremely simple. You're seeing the very beginning of the game here. You're going to run through a cycle of days. Each day while you play, you get a limited number of actions, and once those actions run out, your child will start to get tired. You have to put them to bed, and then you will rinse and repeat those cycles. Some days you will have to work. You may need to work overtime, or other days you might go to the park and scavenge for, mushrooms and berries to turn into food. Or you may need to save up your money just to give your child a backpack so they have a sense of fitting in and feeling like they belong in the society. Control wise, this game couldn't be too much simpler or too many, couldn't be easier. Sorry, tongue twister there. But it does get a little confusing when you do start out. You're going to use the triggers a lot to kind of navigate around, and the left bumper and right bumper honestly just give you informational panes. They don't really do too much beyond that. So I wish the controls were maybe a little more user friendly. Maybe navigating around with the D-pad and bumpers a little better might be a little easier, as well as, you don't necessarily know what to move. In a couple of the instances, the game will tell you to move a left stick when you actually need to move the right stick on your controller. So I think just a couple little tweaks with an update here to maybe either fix wording or fix the control that really needs to be the dominant one for that ability would definitely be something I'd hope to see the developers take a look at. Visually, this game looks like it's just, hand-drawn, cartoon-esque, and I think it really fits the style. It looks worn and run down, and it's because you're kind of experiencing life from a worn and run down, setting while you're trying to raise somebody in a very harsh wartime environment. Achievement wise, the achievements aren't too bad for the game. I will give a note: if you want to get a lot of the achievements, you have to avoid doing certain tasks. So, as you can see in my playthrough so far, I have not managed to get a lot of the achievements, and that's simply because a lot of the times you have to make difficult decisions, whether just giving your kid porridge only or, not doing certain tasks to really make it the whole way through. And because I, cared for my kid while playing, I missed out on all those achievements. But aside from that, I'm sure it'll be an even more enjoyable second playthrough, as I look forward to diving even deeper into this game and seeing what the other story archetypes are. If you are looking at picking up this game, I definitely think this is a great, interesting game. As far as engagement, it's very heavy in the story-driven aspect. I think if you're looking to pick this game up, I'd like to see this game around the $10 price point. I don't think anything much above that might be a little too overpriced for what's here, but it is still a great narrative story nonetheless. If you are considering picking up this game, as always, please let us know down in the comments what you think. I look forward to hearing, if you guys enjoy this game as well. It does feature some chapter selects and options, but for the most part, you're just going to kind of run through the storyline and play it on its own. If I have to give this game any type of a rating, I'm looking at giving this game about a 6 out of 10. The only reason I'm really not giving it much higher is there's just not a lot to do from the actual playing aspect. It's much more like a visual novel than a game that you're actually going to dive deep into and play. Outside of that, though, if you guys did enjoy this review, as always, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I hope you enjoy your day. We'll catch you next time.